Hi everyone, happy Saturday. I'm just checking in, see how you guys are doing. Um, I'm Yvonne Vasquez. If you're just tuning in for the first time, say hey, drop down below where you're tuning in from. If you're listening to this part, that means you're on replay, hashtag replay down below. Like I said, how has your week been going? I'm just checking in, see how everyone is surviving. I know that there is a Erica Badu Jill Scott thing going on at 7. I'm super excited to tune into that and check that out. Let me invite a few people here. I'll share later. No, here. Oh, sure. Awesome. So yeah, for me personally, this week has been long and busy. I don't know why it felt so like extra long this week, but it has been. It's been a long week and it's been busy with the kids, with the homeschooling. I feel like I'm more busier now, just being home more than ever. So yeah, I don't know. What part do you want to know about my week? How often I almost strangled my kids, or how many times I hugged them, because I definitely did both. And it's just been that kind of week, you know. So I'm just hanging out with you guys, popping on, share some things that I've learned this week. I also did my nails this week, so I used the Rossi dip powder, which was pretty cool. Like, I felt like a professional. They're not perfect, and a lot of them, like, my nails were long and I ripped them, either popping the tips off or I had to cut them short. But this is the color Honeymoon, and it was super easy to do, but at the same time I didn't know what I was doing, right? Like, I that's why other people do my nails and my eyebrows, because I don't know what it is I'm doing. But I found out this week that it's okay, like, not to always know what it is that you're doing. Like, sometimes when you first just accept that fact, like, take that first step to accepting, like, I don't know, or just acknowledging that's the first step to just kind of being open to wisdom. And I am not that girl. I am not the one to be like, I don't know. Like, if you ask me a question, I will come up with an answer. I'll pull it out of my butt. I will come up with an answer. But learning to accept that I don't know everything. I don't know what the future holds. That's okay. And beginning that process, begins to open your mind to wisdom and to knowledge. And I feel, I'm convinced that the only thing that I have any control over nowadays is just basically my focus, my thoughts, and focus, whether it's my emotional focus, my spiritual focus, my priorities. Because, like I said, those are the only things I have any control over right now, and our focus is chosen. I don't need to know all the details as far as what's going to happen next, or it's just that matter of releasing that need to know. If you had any, like, goals or visions or dreams in the past and you were not able to do them because things got in the way, whether it's work, whether it's extracurricular activities, a lot of us don't have those extra responsibilities now. So now is a great time to reset your mind, to refocus on what your priorities, your visions, your goals are, and just do it scared. Just, if everything starts with a dream. I have a quote here that I want to read, that made sense to me. It says, "A dream written down with a date becomes a goal." Again, a dream written down with a date becomes a goal. A goal broken down into steps becomes a plan. A plan backed by action makes your dreams come true. So, like I said, if you had dreams and goals and visions and came up with every other excuse on why not to do them, because I'm working, because like, just let it go. Just do it. Just do it scared, because we don't know what, like I said, we don't know what the future holds, and all I have control of now is my thoughts, my mindset, my vision. So that's what I've been doing this week. Just refocusing on my dreams, on my goals, on my priorities. And for me personally, like, whether it's me and my business, whether it's just me as a person, like, 1,000 people can come up to me and say something nice and say the sweetest thing and touch my soul and be so kind. There are kind people out there, but one person comes up to me and says something nasty, and it's stuck in here for like for like 3 days, and I snuggle up with nasty, basically. And that's a sign to me, like, maybe I'm not focused on what my priorities are. My roots are not rooted in my priorities. So I'm just here trying to get my roots right. Not these roots. I mean, these roots need to get right too eventually. But my roots, as far as my priorities and what the central of my life is now. And it's okay not to know what the future holds or whatever. It's okay not to know sometimes. That's where your faith kicks in, right? And that's where the power is, in your faith, in not knowing. And sometimes, you dwell in these thoughts of unworthiness, and you say to yourself, well, I'm not good at that, or, I'm not good, I'm bad with money, or, whatever things that you're talking down to yourself about. Who said that? Like, says who? Who told you those negative things about you? It's all about perspective. A lot of times, especially with the 3 kids, I try to keep the house in somewhat order, but you clean for 5 minutes, and then 5 minutes later, it's a hot mess. And it's easy to get frustrated, and because of that. But then comes the day where I'm gonna wish that I had a mess to clean up. There's a story that I heard that the lady, she was complaining about cleaning up her carpets, and she's constantly cleaning up her carpets, but then her kids are grown, and now she has no carpets to clean anymore. And then that's a sense of, like, appreciate the time that you have now, the season that you're in now, because we don't know what will change, what the future holds. And just be appreciative, right? When I first started my career in teaching, the school that I worked with, a big theme was always an art process over the product. So it doesn't matter if it's cute and it's fancy, and all the kids have the same little turtles with the eye, and they all look the same, but it's the process on what they're creating and what they're doing over what it actually looks like, what the end result is. And I think that's an important thing to take with me personally now, is the process that we're all going through now, the season that we're all in, what we're doing with the time, as opposed to what the end result will be. Because, like I said, we don't know. And through all this, I've learned not to care really what other people think. Like, if I'm here and I'm saying whatever it is that I'm saying about me, about my journey, about what I've learned this week, like, I don't really care. I'm gonna say, but I don't really care if you like it, or like me, or like what I have to say. I mean, I do care, right? Because technically, this is how Facebook works. This is how Instagram works. I need your likes, technically and literally, for this to work. But what I mean is more like, I care if I can add value to your life. I care about you. And if I can add any ounce of value in someone's life, I'm here for it. I don't care if you purchase a product. I'm here to add value and talk about my story and my life. And if that can add an ounce of value, if any of you guys can take from it, then, I'm here for it. We just finished watching. Yeah, mommy. Good. What happened? Go ahead. That's nice. We just finished watching my husband and I, the Michelle Obama documentary on Netflix, which is really good. So if you're looking for a Netflix recommendation, I do recommend that Michelle Obama documentary. And she says that she's just her goal now that she's in this new season, you know, when somebody asked her too, that's relative to what we're saying, someone asked her, oh, you know, you had this normal life, and your life was normal, and then bam, one day, the next day, now your husband becomes president and your whole life has changed. How do you go back to normal? Well, there is no going back to normal. Like, you can't get back on track, because now you're on a new track. You're now on a new train. And I told my husband, I said, well, good thing you're a train operator and you know how to drive the trains. But it's true, there's no going back to what was. It's just what we're gonna make out of it and what's the new thing to come. And her season is just mentoring others. And I connected to that, because she says, oh, I'm gonna be that old lady, like, just talking and talking, little old lady talking about, oh, and I have one more thing to say. Just, you know, that's what we have to do, just learn from each other. And that's all we can do at this time. So with that being said, I'm here for you guys always. If ever you need anything, please feel free to reach out. All I can do is just share my story and what I've learned in life and this week. And that's just my story, one in a million. Everybody has their own story. Everybody is different. Everybody is individual. And your story is your power. That is who you are. Share yourself with us, because we ain't got nothing else to do right now. So please share yourself. Again, if you want to talk, if you want to connect, you can message me, send, comment. Anyone who comments down below, I'll reach back out. And yeah, this is our season to focus. If you focus on your fears, it's detrimental. You're gonna you will die if you focus on your fears. You have to focus on your roots. Let your seeds blossom and reap the fruit that you're growing. All right, guys. So I'm gonna go get ready to, I guess, have date night with the Jill Scott and Erica Badu. Super excited, and I hope you guys have a great and amazing weekend. All right, bye. See you next week.